Good afternoon and welcome to all for this fourth in a series of 6 leadership talks by the legendary Dr. Gururaj Karajagi. The topic of today's session is what is success and how to succeed in business and life. I am Srinivas Ramanujan representing Bosch at Building Industries Association, and I will guide you through today's session. Once again, this is an announcement for those who are new. Since this is a talk session and in order to efficiently manage this online meeting, we will not be having a Q&A session. However, those with specific questions can address them to us at BIA or BCIC or by email to contact@actedu.in. Mr. Praveen will put that in the chat box. We will coordinate with Dr. Karajagi's office to get the responses if required. Regret if this is an inconvenience and request you to bear with us. The moderator will mute all participants for better audio. I now request Mr. KJ Prakash, CEO of Building Industries Association, to give the welcome address and introduction. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Ramanathan, sir, and hearty welcome to Dr. Gururaj Karajagi, sir. We would love to have you, and we would love to hear your sessions. It's so intriguing and so thoughtful and thought-provoking. Thank you so much for taking time out and joining us, sir. And of course, for the benefit of new joinees, I would like to give small introduction on sir. Of course, whatever we write, it is an autobiography itself, and it is volumes like encyclopedia about sir. We can never stop talking about sir. So, Dr. Gururaj Karajagi sir is a world-renowned motivational speaker, columnist, author, researcher, academician, educationist, teacher, training expert, thinker, and the most humble, down-to-earth personality. Personally, I can say I have ever met. So, such a down-to-earth person. And then he is a doctoral degree holder in chemistry from Karnataka University and has published over 22 research papers in international journals. Though his profound determination and enduring energy, Dr. Gururaj Karajagi sir has traversed every village of Kalyana, Karnataka, which is in the northeastern part of the state, comprising of 6 districts and known to be one of the most backward areas of the country, to talk to school children, college and university students, parents and general public on various aspects of education, parenting skills, human values, happy family values, Indian culture, patriotism, and more so being positive in the life. Through his program, he has reached out to over 1 million of people so far. He has edited a huge compendium of articles on almost every aspect of education, and this is brought out as a book entitled Shikshana Shilpa. His daily morning talks on All India Radio, Karunadu Babelike. Of course, last time also I told about it. Even though it is a 5-6 minutes talk, it really churns out your heart and brain. Think what we are and where we are. Thank you so much for that pep talk, sir. And he has dozens of awards to his credit for his distinguished service, literary accomplishments, and philanthropic outlook. He regularly speaks at various corporates and universities the world over, and we feel proud and honored that he has consented to set aside time from his busy tour schedule to address our gathering through these sessions in his inimitably spellbinding way. Thank you, sir. And then we wholeheartedly welcome you, dear sir. It is so special to have you speaking to us exclusively to the member industries of BIA and BCIC, and we are indeed ever eager to listen to you as we have done on the other channels before. And we extend wholehearted welcome to each member of Building Industry Association and Bangalore Chamber of Industries and Commerce, as well as other guests, leaders, and staff whom we have the honor to have the presence today. The topic of today's talk is all you know, what is success and how to succeed in business life. Not taking much time. Thank you, sir. And I hand it over to you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prakash. And over to you, Dr. Gururaj sir. Karajagi sir.
Namaste, sir.
You have
at the outset, I offer my pranams to all of you for your kindness to be here this afternoon. I know you have a very tight schedule in the work, but taking off for 1 hour between 3 and 4 is not easy. I am so grateful to all of you for the time that you have given. And the topic given to me is exciting. I love it because there is no person on earth who doesn't want to be successful. Everybody wants to be a success. Nobody wants to be a failure. But all of them want to be successful and consider some people as successful, some people are not so successful. How are we measuring that? I may say he is successful, but ask the person who is successful. We thought a cinema star is successful. He gets so much of visibility, he gets so much of money, so much of the support everywhere. But finally he commits suicide. Why? I was wondering, the person who we thought is successful is not happy within himself. There could be some reason. And we also seen outstanding people in science world. I've seen great scientists, some of them committing suicide again, not being happy. I was wondering, is the authority that you get because of your position is synonymous with happiness? No, not at all. So therefore, today my talk will be on this important aspect of what is success in life. I'll put my PPT on show.
Yes.
Okay.
Minute right now.
Can you please put this in the slideshow mode, sir?
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, fine. Yes, can you see the slide, sir?
Yes, please.
Oh,
ಆಯ್ತು ಇಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಆಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಸೇಮ್ ಅದು ಇದಾಯ್ತು
you can see the slide completely? Okay,
Yeah, we can see, sir.
fine.
Yes.
This is about success in life and business. You know, I was trying to see, combine these two aspects. Some people are very successful in life, some may not be successful in business. Some are successful in business but not be in life. We don't know. I'm trying to bring some things together, life and business together. I always believe in this statement. Success is not a chance, absolutely not a chance, but is a projection of an organized effort. Only when there is an effort that to organize in the right direction, it can give success. Other success cannot be just dreamt and hoped for. I want to define this success. Each one of us have a different definition of success. Sometimes we feel, oh, you become the Prime Minister of India, President of India, you are successful. I don't know whether it's true or not. But a laborer working in the field is also successful. Success is how we define it. I was trying to make a simple definition of that. There have been thousands of books, you must have seen what it takes to become successful in business, and thousands more how to become successful in life. You may find another 1,000 articles on the web that talk about the same topic. Some more will come tomorrow. You will hear about so many ideals and decisions that we all want to take and aspire for. But sometimes we don't fail to understand what is the logic behind all of them. First point, many people think that if you get huge amount of money, you are successful. I was teaching in the US. One girl asked me, what is the definition of success? I asked her, what is your opinion? She said, very simple. She stretched her hand as much as possible, then said, if you have lots of money, you are successful. If you have lots of money, you are successful. I asked her a question without going to Google. Tell me, who was the richest man in the world in the year 2000? 20 years ago. Who was the richest man? We don't remember. Every year a new man comes. If he's really successful, his name should be remembered for at least 10, 15 years. Richest man is not remembered. Therefore, money will give you some facilities. It may give you a good bungalow, can give a car, take you around the world, can give you some facilities, but does not guarantee success. For example, I would ask this question. Somebody has earned huge amount of money. We can't measure his success because of the money. Some people think Power is success. I should be the president of India. Oh, prime minister of India. Don't you think becoming president of India is success? Naturally, we think so. Out of 1 crore 130 crore people, only one becomes the president of India. Recently, I did an exercise with this. I was with about 50 principals of CBSE schools in Rajkot, in Gujarat. I gave them a very simple exercise. I should not be doing such things for principals of school. They are intelligent, but I did a very stupid exercise. I gave them a paper and said, please write down the names of all the prime presidents of India. This is not a long list. If I asked the American president, I'd write 46 or so. India is not so long. But you'll be surprised, out of 50 people, 39 could not write all the names. Few names dropped out here and there. They're feeling shy. Sorry, sir, we didn't remember. I said, why do you feel sorry? You don't have to feel sorry. They should be sorry. That even after becoming president of India, it is not guaranteed that people will remember you. Some presidents are not forgotten. Some are not remembered. They all occupied the same position as the president of India. The one who worked hard, planned it well, did very well when he was the president, is remembered. Those who became because of political manipulation or somehow become president are not remembered. Therefore, power per se does not guarantee success. I thought of this. Some people think you should have lots of physical strength. Oh, you should be 7 foot tall, 4 feet wide, walk like a bulldozer on the road, scaring everybody. If you see the human history, many people try to do that. Napoleon Bonaparte wanted to show his strength, Alexander the Great, Hitler, Mussolini, all of them, almost Osama bin Laden, they all wanted to be powerful, physically very powerful. Gather muscle power and power, energy power, weapons and all that. Then I remembered this man. All of us identify this man. Muhammad Ali, my favorite athlete at that time. When I was in college, in 1960s, he was a hero. And his picture of this kind was famous all over. When I went to US, I could see his posters everywhere in the college, university campuses, with a small tagline below. Tagline below. He said, I'll conquer the world by power. There was always a tagline saying, I'll conquer the world by power. One of the finest athletes the world has ever seen. But I also had the opportunity of seeing him about 1.5 or 2 years before he passed away. I met him in Chicago. I saw him in Chicago. Since he was my favorite hero, I knew that he was for a program there. I went there. I was sitting on the left-hand side of the hall and he was sitting on the right-hand side hall. On either side of him, there were 2 British governesses taking care of him. And you know that he was suffering from Parkinson's disease. He could not hold a bread sandwich in his hand. He was shaking all over. And when they made him drink coffee, coffee would spill over the dress. It was very difficult. I felt sad for the man. This is how he looked. So when I saw him, suddenly I remembered the tagline. What was he saying? I'll conquer the world by power. Where is the power now? The power that he stood off earlier, he punched almost every nose that came in front of him. Today he can't even hold a piece of sandwich in his hand, can't hold a cup of coffee. Therefore, this power, physical strength is also very transitory, very, very transitory, and that does not guarantee. Of course, Muhammad Ali is a success, great champion and champion. But the tagline said, power is everything, power cannot be everything. Some people think being famous is important. Oh, my name should come in the newspaper every day for right or wrong reasons. I become famous. People should recognize me everywhere. Oh, they should ask for autograph. It takes you on cloud 9. But that is not guaranteed. Cinema stars, cricketers, oh, they have got such stardom. But we should also realize the stardom is very short-lived. You ask any cricket player today, young boy, 15, 16, 17, ask him Pataudi, Chandu Borde, Narkarni, they won't even remember the names. Why forget about those people? G.R. Vishwanath, one of the finest batsmen the world has ever seen. These boys do not know. But that he was a matinee hero at that time. That means when you are a hero at one time, I should also remember that I become zero after some time. The fame is also very, very, very temporary. It's not permanent. Many of us think these are successes. I was trying to think of, hello? Can you see the PPT?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Ramanujam?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
No
sir, we
issues.
can see.
Okay, fine. I was only trying to see what are the qualities that guarantee success, both in business and also in life, in personal life. How do we achieve that? There are so many aspects, but I've culled out those things which are comfortable for both the aspects, personal and business. First and foremost is this: if you want to be successful, you have got to be enthusiastic. I've seen people so enthusiastic even at the age of 80, 90. I've also seen people damn squib at 20, 25. They say, oh, what can I do? I don't think I can do it. You can never achieve happiness and success in your life. Without enthusiasm, you can't do it. I always say, you see the footpaths that we have, cobbler stones that are kept there, in between those things, grass has grown. Nobody has put the grass seeds there. The grass has grown there. You must have seen the old buildings. There's a crack in the wall and a small creeper has come. Who planted it? Who watered it? Who nurtured it? The enthusiasm to survive is so strong. I always say, if a blade of grass has this kind of enthusiasm, what is our problem? Look at jasmine flower. It blooms in the morning and withers in the evening. It lives only for 12 hours, not more than 12 hours. But it doesn't cry. I'm going to live for only 12 hours. Why should I give fragrance? No. It enjoys so much. The enthusiasm is more important. I have a neighbor near my house, he is just about 101 year old, little more than 101 year. Very, very enthusiastic old man. I like him very much. He celebrates his birthday, and I was witness to one. When he was approaching his 100th year, he was telling his grandchildren and great grandchildren, celebrate nicely, huh? Tie balloons all over, put electric lamps, bulbs all over the house, decorate the house, call 100 people for lunch. I was enthused. I was surprised about the enthusiasm of this old man. I went and asked him, sir, you are getting into 100th year. I also want to live 100 years. How do I live, sir? The way you are living so happily, how can I live 100 years? The old man hammered on my back, like a hammer only, the 100-year-old man. He hammered on back and said, first live 99 years, 100 will happen. It's a beautiful message he gave me. Live, Baba, happily for 99 years, 100 will automatically happen. Don't worry about 100. Live happily, first of all. Enthusiastic about tomorrow, enthusiastic about things to come. And this enthusiasm comes from faith in self. If I don't have faith in myself, I always say, I don't know whether I can do it. I can do it. I don't know whether I fail. The moment you start having doubts in your mind, you cannot do it. The problems will come, challenges will come. Challenges are meant to be conquered. But I should have enthusiasm that comes out of faith. Enthusiasm is the life which is strengthened by faith. And what I want to do with this? I want to just survive, enthusiasm only to survive or excel. There's a small little thing I must mention. First time when I went to US, I was in Los Angeles. Somebody took me. They said, we'll show you US, and I was happy to see. I thought they'll take me to some city and all that. They took me to a forest. Initially, I was disappointed. A thick forest. I wish I can have forest like that in India. Thick forest, and you are not allowed to cut even a branch of the tree there. You are checked before you go inside. Huge area. I went and saw huge trees, 100 feet, 200 feet, 300 feet tall trees. And in that, one biggest tree is called King Sherman. Biggest tree is called King Sherman. Huge tree. When I saw that, my heart was full with joy. More than 300 feet tall tree, huge, and the stem of the tree is so big. If you have to cover it, 50 people have to hold hands together. 50 adults have to hold hands together. That's why, rightly, they named it King Sherman. King Sherman. When I saw that, I wrote an article published in Reader's Digest at that time. Small article I wrote. King Sherman must have been a small sapling 100 years ago or 200 years ago. Small sapling. I said there was another sapling next to it. I created that. King Sherman's brother. Somebody like me took out that plant and came home, put in a pot and allowed it to grow. After a month, the pot broke. Oh, maybe the pot was small. He put in a bigger pot. After another month, that pot also broke. The owner was worried why the pots are breaking. One day, Sunday morning, he removed all the soil and found the root had grown so long, very long. Oh, ho, that's why it is breaking. You know what he did? He kept only 3 inches of root and cut the remaining root. Cut the remaining shoots and put in the plant. You'd water, add fertilizer, and then keep it in the sun. And every first Sunday of every month, he would cut the roots, trim the shoots, cut the roots and trim the shoots. And the plant remained like a bonsai even after 50 years. I have no complaint about bonsai. They are beautiful to keep it on TV top. But my problem is the bonsai is dependent on the owner. If you have a bonsai, keep it in the house and go away for 1 month. By the time you come back, it will not survive. It's dependent. But what happens is, brother, King Sherman there. King Sherman does not depend on anybody. In fact, lakhs and lakhs of birds depend on that. The question is this: should I want to be a King Sherman or a bonsai? King Sherman, how did he become a bonsai? Same brother became a bonsai because his root was cut and shoot was trimmed continuously. Please remember, root of a human being is the culture. The moment I become cultureless, I become rootless, I can only become a bonsai, I can't become a King Sherman. Therefore, if I want to retain my enthusiasm and grow further, I must keep my cultural roots stronger. That is one of the biggest successes. Take it from me. All the great persons. Yesterday I felt sad that our president, Desmond Tutu died yesterday, one of the great Nobel laureates. How energetic and enthusiastic that man was. Till the last moment, I'm sure he would have been enthusiastic. The kind of talks he gave. He was rooted in his culture very strongly. All our great writers of Kannada, English and all that, they are all rooted in the culture. Therefore, deeper the root, stronger is the tree. Therefore, if I want to be enthusiastic, keep our culture roots very strong. Second one is passion. Whether you want to do a business or want to live happily, this is most important. Passion is very important. Without passion, you can't do it. You do it because somebody told you to do. Oh yeah, he told me to do, I'll do it. It will never succeed. It will never get success. People with passion only can succeed. One of the most important qualifications. I was trying to say, what is passion? Dr. Kalam used to say, it is the force within you that does not allow you to sleep. You would say nicely, it will not allow you to sleep till the mission is completed. Does it not happen to you, sir? Please look into your own life. You're passionate about something. I want to do it. Until you complete, you can't even sleep. Can't take rest. It becomes an obsession with you. My teacher used to teach me, Peter Drucker, great management guru, used to conduct classes for us and ask, supposing somebody is willing to give you $10 billion, $10 billion in cash, what are the things you want to do? Make a list of things. $10 billion unconditionally given to you. What is that you want to do? And what is the first thing on the list? You make so many lists, but what is the first thing on the list? The kind of work that you put in the first one is your passion. When you do that work, you don't get tired. Many people ask me, I do sessions for 6 hours and 7 hours. Somebody said, are you not tired, sir? I said, do I look tired? They said, no. Then I'm not tired. How is that you don't get tired? Very simple. If you enjoy what you are doing, you don't get tired. If you do something which you don't enjoy, within half an hour, you are dead tired. Therefore, if there is a passion in you, whether starting a business or running a business or living life full life, without that passion, success is absolutely a dream. You can't do more than that. I'll give you an example of this. When you heat water, it comes to 99 degrees, water is pretty hot. At 100 degrees, it starts boiling. When it starts boiling, steam comes out. Steam has tremendous energy. It can rotate turbines. It can produce electricity. It can even move a locomotive. Earlier, we had the steam engines. What is the difference? At 99, nothing was happening. At 100 degree, everything happened. That 1 degree extra makes the difference. This is more important. There's a definition of success and failure. If you have that passion that 1% extra passion they have, extra degree of effort, whether it's in business and in life, can separate person from good and great. If you are okay, you become good. But if you are really passionate, that one extra degree that you have, you become successful, you become great. That one degree, I call it as the passion. The third point, focus. Very, very, very important. Focus. Many times we say, yeah, I tried to do many things but could not succeed. I tried. Dr. Raja Ramanna, my mentor and my guide, would always give this example to me. Will always say, think of the hottest place in the world. Say Nigeria. Hello? Can you see the PPT, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay.
There will
Think
be
of the
some
hottest place in the...
disturbance.
Sir?
There will be some disturbance as people join.
I know, no problem, no problem.
We will
I
let
was
you
wondering
know. You
whether...
can go without any worries, sir.
Please, please, no problem.
Thank you.
Think of the hottest place in the world, say Nigeria or any country. Think of the hottest day of the year, say 21st of May. Think of the hottest day, time of the day, 1:30 in the afternoon, blistering hot, 50 degrees Celsius. Imagine you are given a big magnifying lens. You're also given a thin tissue paper. When you focus on that, you should be able to burn a hole in that easily because the temperature is so high. Can you burn a hole in that? Raja Ramana used to ask us. I said yes. He said no, you'll not be able to burn. Everything is ideal. Hottest place, hottest day, hottest time, best lens and thin paper. You'll not be able to burn it if your hand is shaking. If your hand is shaking. On an ordinary Bangalore day, take a thick brown paper, take a small magnifying lens, keep your hand steady and focus on the paper, it burns a hole. Therefore, it is not the external conditions that are important, but your own focus on what you do. I have seen people who lived life so happily, focused life. I want to do something in my life and they did it. I can give you countless examples of that. Talk of DVG, D.V. Gundappa, a great Kannada writer, and to me he was in Himalaya. He had a lot of challenges with himself. He could not get job. Do you know he painted jatkas to get 12 annas for painting to make a living. He did the job of proofreading. He did all kinds of jobs. But he was not complaining about life. He was not complaining about life. He never had big money any time in his life. But he was so respected and revered, not because of his writing, but the way he lived his life. Amazing person. So that is more important. Absolutely focused. He said, I have to do this, I'll write it today. I have to complete it today. Same thing with business also. Are you really focused about the business? I've seen many people doing 10 different things and not successful in anything. Jalaluddin Rumi, the great saint of Sufis, he was a counselor also. One day a rich man went up to him and told him, Rumi, I have a problem. I started this business, that business, this business. Nothing worked. I don't know how to make it successful. Rumi said, come with me. He took him to the backyard. It's a big backyard. And whole backyard was, at least about 100 pits were dug up. All 1 feet, 2 feet, 2 feet, 3 feet pits were dug up. The whole backyard looked like a dumping yard. This rich man asked, what are you doing, Rumi, here? Rumi said, my disciples know that there is no water here. They wanted to dig a well to get water. They tried 100 places, they could not get water. The rich man said, I thought you are wise, but you are absolutely foolish. How can you get water for 2 feet and 3 feet? Instead of digging 200 pits here, you could have taken one, dug up 200 feet, you would have water. Rumi said, that is your problem. You try to do too many things without focus on anything else. Instead of focusing on 100 things, not doing anything properly, focus on 1 or 2 things really well and you'll be able to succeed. Therefore, this focus is very, very important in life and also in business. This is my favorite. If I want to be successful in life, I'll never give up. I'll never ever give up. You know the famous talk of Churchill during World War time. A very busy prime minister. He's a wartime prime minister. He had to go and address the Oxford people. And everybody thought that he will not be able to come. He said, I'll come, but give me 5 minutes time, I'll come. He went there he addressed a large gathering of young graduates. You know what is the message he gave? He went up to the mic and said, "My convocation address is this: never give up, never give up, never give up." Came back and sat in his chair. That is my convocation address. Nothing else is required. Some people, at the sight of a challenge, they drop out. Some people face for some time and say, "No, I can't do it." This picture is very lovable picture. The rat knows it is a rat trap there, but there is a cheese kept on that. It wants to take it. So it tries to come by the aerial method, but will not leave it. Come through the aerial method and try to get it. What I am saying is, there are challenges in business life, in our personal life also. Many a times we can't get along with our family members. How can we be happy? Sometimes I wonder, if I can't live with one lady and lady cannot live with one husband, can't understand each other, how can I run an organization? I must understand people. Don't give up. Normally our ego comes in the way. Big ego comes in the way. In fact, I always say this is the biggest problem that we have. Challenges are there. If you read Lincoln's life or Wilma Rudolph or Sudha Chandran, I can't go on giving the list, the endless list. Gururaj saying, they were down, absolutely down. The number of failures Lincoln has seen, I don't think any one of us have seen. In every aspect of life, he failed, but finally succeeded. That is more important to me. How you fight? Sudha Chandran lost her leg. Arunima Sinha. I'm sure all of you know her, Arunima Sinha. I had met her 3-4 times on different platforms. Amazing girl. A girl who wanted to be a volleyball player for her state and also the country. She was playing well. One day she was traveling in the train late in the evening and some 4 vagabonds came there. They wanted to snatch the purse from her. She is a sportsman. She fought. They dragged her to the door and pushed her out of the moving train, fast moving train, and she fell down on the other track, the parallel track. Unfortunately for her, when she fell down there, her leg was on the track and another train came on that side. I don't know how she survived. The train moved on her left leg up to the knee. She was absolutely unconscious whole night. Next day morning, farmers thought she was dead, but she was alive. Took her to the hospital, and the leg was amputated up to the knee height and blunted. Then finally, we asked to carry artificial leg, wooden leg. She did carry, and the doctors told her, "Don't sit at home, walk. You should become stronger, up and down. If possible, climb the steps or something like that." She said, "My dream is gone. Dream of volleyball player is gone. What should I do now?" She was climbing the mountain. She said, "If I'm climbing a small hill, why should I climb hill? I should climb Mount Everest only." This is what I call never giving up. The girl said, "I'll climb Mount Everest only." She went and asked people. They said, you can't. With all the body fully intact, many people find it difficult to climb and you can't climb. She went to Tata's and Ratan Tata gave her a scholarship. You go, learn mountaineering. She went to Dehradun, learned it. Then she was on a mission. In fact, I've seen her talking about this. She actually cried as she was talking. She had to climb the Mount Everest. She was just 200 meters away from the peak. Suddenly there was a storm and snow was heavy. Her friends shouted, "Look at Arunima, what is happening to your leg?" You know, my friends, the artificial leg, wooden leg was fixed there. In the ice, when the leg goes inside, you have to pull it out. During this process, the artificial leg had twisted. And the sharp point was hitting her ankle, the knee position, and is bleeding profusely. They said, "You stay here only in the tent, we'll go up and come back." She said, "No, even if I die, I'll die on the summit only. The whole mission is that, I can't leave it." So she fixed it properly, tied her handkerchief and some more threads and all that. In spite of infinite pain, she climbed Mount Everest, stood there for a moment, kept the photograph of Vivekananda, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, and her family photograph and put the Indian flag there and came back successful. Today, she is a motivator for countless young men and women. Never give up, never give up. I start business. For example, Thomas Alva Edison, at the age of 67 or 68, the whole factory had built got burnt. And the Thomas Alva Edison was going around the road around this factory, seeing the whole thing was going in blaze. His son Charlie saw his father and said, "My God, it is a terrible blow to my father. How will he recover from that? How will he manage this loss?" He saw his father standing facing the fire with his white hair flowing backwards. Charlie went and stood next to him. Immediately, Thomas Alva Edison asked, "Where is your mother?" He said, "Somewhere there. Call her." And his wife was called. He tells his wife and son, I think this is something marvelous we can never forget. He told his wife and son, "Please watch this fire carefully. Watch this fire carefully. It has done me something extraordinarily good." They were shocked. It has destroyed his entire, all this effort of 40 years. But this man is saying, "This has done something very good to me. You know, all my mistakes are burned now. All my mistakes are burned. I'll build it all over again without mistakes." This is sense of not giving up. And finally, just 3 months later, he delivered his first product back. I always say, some people give up very quickly. "Oh, I tried to do, I could not do it, leave it." If you are giving up easily, then please take it from me, that is not your passion, not your goal. Unless your goal is very clear and passion is very good, you will not give up. There would be difficulties. There would be no challenge, no doubt at all. And higher the goals, bigger the challenges. If I want to climb Ramanagara mountain peak, is okay. It requires difficulty. But you want to climb Mount Everest, challenges are much bigger. I always say, reaching happiness in life, success in life, is searching for a diamond. Glass pieces can be found on the road. But when you dig up 3,000 feet, you get diamonds. You don't get glass piece there. It all depends on what are you hoping for. You're waiting for a glass piece or a diamond. You want to make your life a diamond, your business a diamond, dig deep. Never get tired of it. Dig deep. And there is no compensation for this. Absolutely no compensation for hard work. Nobody has ever been successful in either business or in personal life without this hard work. Impossible. I was witness to it. I was the chairman of the Bangalore University Cricket Selection Committee for a long time. For about 12, 13 years, I was the chairman. We used to have the final selection Chinnaswamy ground. It was at that time, Sachin Tendulkar was going through difficult times. And he had tennis elbow, the right elbow. And when people say if you get tennis elbow, I think the end of your cricket, competitive cricket. Tendulkar went to England, got his hand operated, came back to Bangalore. He had come to this National Cricket Academy for practice, strengthen his elbow. I'm not exaggerating it. I saw him doing it. At 6 o'clock in the morning, he'll come down. You know, the Chinnaswamy Stadium boys will bring him 3-4 buckets of balls, plastic bucket full of balls. All that he do was, you know that he was carrying a very heavy bat, very heavy bat. He would hold the bat in one hand, right hand, operated hand, and left hand would throw the ball up and hit it. Throw the ball up and hit it. He was doing only that. Those of you who played cricket would know, hitting the ball with only one hand becomes tiring if you hit 50, 60 shots. Shoulder starts aching, hand starts aching, especially the operated hand. He was tossing the ball with left hand and hitting with the right hand. But mind you, I saw him hitting the ball non-stop, one after the for nearly 45 to 50 minutes. And his sweat, the t-shirt was dripping with sweat, dripping with sweat. He went into the dressing room, changed a t-shirt and came back and started jogging around along the ground. Others would join him and say, "Good morning, Sachin," and go out. He would continue to ride, continue to run. I saw him running good 15 to 20 rounds. Then again he went back, had his breakfast, came at about 8:30 or 8:45, padded up nicely, stood in the practice ground. Anybody could bowl at him. Anybody could bowl at him. He went on hitting the ball non-stop till 12:30. Take rest for 10 minutes, again go back to that, again play. Then I understood. Then this man plays at the international level and hits the ball and ball crosses the boundary. 1 billion people stand up and said, "Lovely shot, lovely shot." I realized that behind every lovely shot, he had practiced 10,000 times. Those 10,000 practice shots make this shot look glorious. Therefore, there is no shortcut for anything else. Nothing is achieved. Nothing achieved without hard work. I always say, whether it is a building of the China Wall, now we go and see China Wall and say, what a magnificent wall, standing the weathered the seasons for so many years. But who built it? It's a tremendous hard work. Or our Salu Marada Timmaka, who planted trees on the roadside. Nothing in life is easy. Success in everything, whether it's business or academics or sports, science, art, is all because of sustained effort. Sustained effort. Without effort, nothing can really happen. Therefore, if I want to be successful in life, I always give my youngsters and students, if you want to be successful, tie up your belt and get willing to work hard. There's the only way to do it. And this is another very important thing, my friends, to be successful in life. Yeah, people may call me failure, people may call me successful, all that. I know whether I'm successful or a failure. Look to positives in life and not negatives. There are people who are called doomsday soothsayers. They always say, oh, this will not work. Oh, India is gone. Oh, India is full of corruption. Oh, politics is bad. They only see the negatives in the world. Why don't you see positives in this world? In fact, today morning I was talking to a young man and said, sir, India has no future, sir. I said, why? Sir, look at the corruption. Look at this and all that. I said, okay, which country is the best according to you? I asked him. He said, oh, US is the best, sir. Have you visited that? No, sir, I'm yet to go. I told him, don't worry, Baba. You have not even seen US and you are saying US is good. I go there almost every year. Why almost every year? And sometimes twice a year. Oxygen there also is 21% in the atmosphere. Trees are green. Water formula is H2O there also. Everything is same. If you say India is not good, you and me are not good. How can India be bad? India is a beautiful country, lovely country. We don't look at positives. We only look at the negatives and start complaining about it. If you want to be successful, sir, very simple idea. Don't worry about what people say, negative things, this not there, this not there, this not there. I always say, torch is needed only when there is intense darkness. Am I right? Don't worry about negatives. I have a friend of mine. I'm mentioning his name here. You can go to Google and check him. His name is Lacey Hall. He is my friend in Chicago. There is a Stone Brandel University, very famous. It is called Stone Brandel University. He is a professor of psychology, and he has done immense work. And his research work was recognized, and President gave the award. President of America gave an award as an outstanding work. What is the work he had done? Very interesting work. What he did was he made some diaries and selected about 12,000 people, about 6,000-7,000 from US and 5,000-6,000 from Canada, gave each one a diary. And what is specialty of the diary? Each page was divided vertically into two parts. At the center, there was one line drawn. He told, right from morning till evening, whatever happens to you, please record in this diary. Whatever positive happens, write on the left side. Whatever happens negative, write on the right side. You get up in the morning, you want to get your newspaper. You made a box there for putting the newspaper. The fellow is kept, it just dropped into a compound wall. It had rained the previous night. The paper is fully soaked in the water there. When you lift the paper, you don't get news, you get the juice. You get upset about it. Che, idiot, I put the box, he didn't put it. From there, when you come inside, the coffee is cold, you shout at your wife. Go to the office, something else happens. He said whatever negative happens, right on the right side, positive on the left side. He collected the diaries, computerized the data. You know, shockingly, he says 91% of the influences on us are negative. Please watch. It's a research, not a prediction. 91% of the influences on us are negative. Do you believe that? You take the newspaper of any day, any language newspaper, take a red pen and a green pen. You find a positive news, mark with green ink. Negative news, mark with red. you will see that the paper is completely splashed with a lot of red color. If the Prime Minister or the Chief Minister has serious cold, it comes on the first page. Good news will not come on the first page. An auto rickshaw driver saw that the customer who just got down now, a lady, had left her purse behind. He opened and saw there were jewelries worth a few lakhs. And there was an address. He went to the address and gave the bag back to her. Have you ever seen this coming on the first page? It comes at the end of the 7th or the 8th page. Why is that? Why is that? Negative things catch up with us very fast. Very, very fast. Positive things do not touch us. He says, we are lost, his words, we are lost in the sea of negativity. 91% are negative. I'm not worried about this 91%. He was not given the award for 91%. Further conclusion he draws from that is extraordinary. He says, in spite of having 91% negative images, negative influences, how is that there are some people who are achievers? They get Nobel Prize. They achieve so great in sports, in every field, they're achieving so much. How is that they're achieving in spite of being in sea of negativity? His answer is beautiful, my friends. That is the secret of success. He says, all those who looked at 91% got washed away by the negativity. But those who looked at remaining 9%, they said, I know 91% is bad, but I'm not interested, not my department. I look at the success. Those who looked at the remaining 9% became successful. I was thinking this is beautiful. Moment you want to start a business, 100 people come say, oh, don't do that. I've seen this fellow, he lost money, he did this, he did. 100 people will tell you. Very few people. In fact, in my own experience I had, I was the principal of a established college for a long, long time. I was shortlisted to be the vice chancellor, which I refused. I left that and went to work in a school. Normally people go from school to colleges. I did exactly the opposite. I became the principal of an international school. I tell you, everybody told me you are foolish. You made a mistake. You should not have gone. You could have been the vice chancellor. Why are you going there? Only 2 people supported me. Everybody said you are making a mistake. You're losing your career opportunities. Only 2 people. One was my mentor, Dr. Raja Ramana, and second, my own elder sister. I tell you, only 2. If I had taken the vote, popularity vote, I should not have gone. But I tell you, that was the wisest decision I took because I learned so much in the school and then I started this institute. Otherwise, I would never have started this institute. So therefore, when there's a doubt in you, don't go by the popularity vote. 91% is negative, but I look for remain 9%. And he says, very simple, those who look at 9% have been successful. Those who are looking at 91 get washed away. How do I do that? How do I consciously become positive all the time? You can't be positive all the time. Many people tell me, some people tell me, you believe people so quickly, you suffer so much. You should not believe people so early. I told him very simple. It is better to trust somebody and get cheated rather than dying as a person who never trusted anybody. Nothing wrong. Have faith in people. Think of positive things happening in life. Things will happen. You prove it. Many people told Narayan Murthy earlier, oh no, you can't start a company. He started 10,000 rupees. Today it is a story. It's a huge story, success story. Many people were told that don't start it, but they did and became successful. So what is the best way to remain positive? I have a small thing. Be in touch with people who are always positive. Whether in life or in business, you want to be successful, be with people who are positive in approach. I had to share an example. I don't know whether I've shared it before. I don't remember. I teach in IIM Kolkata. Every alternate month I had to go and teach a paper. Last 2 years I have not gone because of Corona. When I did go, I would go and stay in Joka IIM campus, and I would find time to go to Ramakrishna Ashram, Belur Math, because I believe in that. One day I went to Ramakrishna Ashram and they gave me a car to go back to Gol Park where I stayed. Those of you know Calcutta very well, you understand the traffic is horrible there, especially near the Howrah Bridge and all that. you require a lot of patience. Every kind of vehicle moves in that. The hand-pulled car to horse carriage, auto rickshaw, tempo, lorry, bus, even the tram goes in the middle. You require tremendous patience to drive. My driver was about 60-year-old man, very quiet, composed. The road was narrow, and a fellow coming behind me was coming in a car. He was honking and putting the light on, honking and putting the light on. I told my driver, please allow him to go, Baba. He must be in a hurry. He said, how do I allow him, sir? There is no place at all. Another 100 meters further, the road becomes broad. I'll give him. I said, it's between you and him. Do whatever you want. The man behind me had no patience. He put the headlight on, continuously honking. He came on the left side. Ring, he overtook on the left side. He didn't see that a lady was bringing the vegetable cart there on the other side. He went and dashed against the vegetable cart. She fell down. Vegetable went to the skies. And his car hit the electric pole and bonnet opened like a crocodile mouth and it stopped. This driver came out and started cursing my driver. Actually, it's he who has made a mistake, but he was cursing my driver. He was using all kinds of words. Fortunately, I don't understand Bengali, therefore, I was only watching the sound. He was shouting at my driver. I thought my driver would lose the cool now. It's not his mistake. But he had to lose the cool. You know what he did? He lowered the glass on that side, folded his hand, said, Bandho, may God bless you. Don't get angry. Have a good day. And then proceeded further. I was surprised. I told him, Baba, I've seen you so patient. Is it because you're so patient that Ramakrishna Ashrama took you? Or being in Ramakrishna Ashrama for so long, you become so quiet? You didn't lose the temper. His answer was a lesson for my life. I learned from so many people. You know what he told me? No, sir, you should not go near a corporation lorry. Should not go near a corporation lorry. I said, where is the corporation lorry here? He said, that man, that angry man, is a corporation lorry. How? You know, my friends, corporation lorries believe in socialism. Everyone should be equal. Why should garbage be at one place? You have seen they load the garbage in the lorry and go on spreading it wherever they go. If you go behind the lorry, you get a stinking smell. If you go still closer, the debris falls on your head. Don't compete with the corporation, allow it to go. He told me, anyone who is full of anger, jealousy, and frustration is a corporation lorry. Nobody should go near him. I told him, Baba, you taught me one thing, but I learned two things. One is, don't go near corporation lorry. And second one I learned is, I should not become a corporation lorry. In life, my friends, or in business, if you lose your balance, if you're angry, frustrated, jealous, I tell you, these are the heavy loads on your feet. You can't swim with them. They will sink you, make you sink. Therefore, first thing is, do not follow a corporation lorry. Don't become a corporation lorry. If I want to be successful in life, don't worry about what people say. People are bound to say what they want to say. But I will do what I think is appropriate and carry on with that. Imagine you have got a big white screen or a white wall in your office or in your house. Drop one drop of black ink on the center of the wall and ask 100 people, what is there on the wall? What is there on the wall? If there's a black spot on the screen, everybody will say there's a black spot on the screen. So easy. 99 out of 100 will say there's a black spot on the white screen. I always ask them, don't you see so much of white? There is so much white color. You look at only one black spot. But this is the human tendency. I look at the flaws. Look at the flaws. Ignore the blessings that we get. I would request you with folded hands, when you want to start a business or run a business, develop a business, and live in life, keep your heart clean as possible, as much possible. Keep it clean. Don't feel it. Moment you have this anger, jealousy, and frustration, it does not allow us to grow further. I cannot be successful in my life or in business. I always have one word, I mention that and stop. My time has come. I always give a message, live like a honeybee. Live like a honeybee. Life will be beautiful. Whether life or business, what does honeybee do? Honeybee flies for miles together in the forest, miles together. It goes in search of only flowers, nothing else. But look at the goodness of this honeybee. It does not destroy the color of the flower. It does not take away the fragrance of the flower. Does not destroy the softness of the flower, freshness of the flower. Goes inside, picks up a drop of honey for itself and for others. And you know, my friends, if you are taking 1 spoon of honey, 1 spoon of honey, it is said the honeybee has collected this from 2000 flowers. 2000 flowers honey is in 1 spoon. It does so much for itself and for others. There is a dead animal on the path, is rotten, smelling bad. Honeybee will never go there, never go. It goes only to flowers. It collects it and comes back. But a housefly will never go to flower. It goes to the dead animal. Difference between a honeybee and a housefly makes a difference. If I'm looking for negative things, I'm not keeping myself successful or my organization successful. Leave it. Not that dead animal, I don't know. There is animal, but it's not my concern. I'll not go. I'll go in search of flowers. There is a garbage pit and there is a beautiful rose garden in the town. Why do I stand next to the this one garbage pit and go on complaining? Oh, it is stinking, it is stinking. Why do you stand there? Go to rose garden. Who stops you? Pick up roses and make a bouquet of your life. That becomes a successful life. I always say success is measured, as Socrates told very strongly, success is measured by the number of people who cry when you die. If people say this fellow is dead, good. Life is success, it's not a failure, it's completely a failure. If somebody says, oh my God, he should have lived for some more time, she did a great job, good institution he built or she built, that life is successful. Therefore, finally, success of a life or in business is decided by your attitude towards life, how you take it forward. I stop at this stage and I thank you very much for your kindness and tolerance, who tolerated me for almost 1 hour. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Wow, sir. There are no words to describe the session which we listen to you. It is like hitting the refresh button every Wednesday or every time we listen to you.
Thank you, sir.
And what is amazing for us is the rare and curated anecdotal references that you are able to bring in as gems in your presentation. You know,
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
you are a treasure house for that. There is no words to describe.
Thank you, sir.
I now request Mr. A. Murali, Vice President at Toyota Susho India Private Limited, Secretary at Birdi Industries Association and Advisor, Bengaluru Chamber of Industries and Commerce, to say a few words and propose the formal vote of thanks. Over to you, Murali-san.
Thanks, Ramanujam-san. Good afternoon to one and all. Very good session, sir. We learned a lot of things. Your simple way of putting things like success is all about culture, passion, focus, never give up. And success is not having wealth, not bestowed with power, not a physical strength. It's a core essence, you know. It's a matter of great pride and honor for me to give this vote of thanks and to the greatly admired and respected Dr. Gururaj Karajagi. You hit the nail on the head, sir. We're extremely happy to note the basic essence of success. Thank you, sir, for this engaging and interesting session. As always, when you have made us understand the nuances of what is success, how to succeed in business and life in a very simple and clear way. The core messages that you have delivered in your lecture today would give sufficient food for thought and shall remain in our minds for many days to come and motivate ourselves every now and then. We are grateful for your presence today, and we look forward to one more interesting session coming up next Wednesday on 5th of January 2022, same time on the thought-provoking topic of a life of purpose versus the purpose of life. So thanks once again, sir.
Yes.
Thanks to the organizers from BCIC and BIA and for the active participation. We had very good participation today, like always, and thanks very much. And my special thanks also goes to the Academy for creative teaching for behind the scenes operations and support. So namaste, and wish you and your family a very happy new year. We'll catch up again New Year 2022 with Dr. Gururaj Karajagi. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Namaskar.
Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Murali sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
And to all
Thank
the
you, sir.
participants here, looking forward to meet you all again on 5th January, Wednesday, for the next session by Dr. Karajagi on the interesting topic with an interesting title called A Life of Purpose versus the Purpose of Life. The registration and joining links will be sent through email and WhatsApp, Telegram groups. Thank you all, and wish you all a happy new year. Thank you.
Happy New
Thank
Year
you.
to all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining.